Hello and welcome to another video by Jake the Genealogist. I'm Alex and I'll be guest narrating this video in collaboration with Jake. In today's video we'll be looking at the Zirid Emirate and the Hammadid Sultanate. The Zirid dynasty was founded around 972 by an emir named Bulugan ibn Ziri. This emirate is located in the Maghreb region, or the Ifriqiya region, the modern-day Barbary coast. The people who live in this region are mainly Sanhaja Berber people. Berber is related to the word barbarian, it came from the Greeks. These people who lived in this region called themselves Imizagan. So by 980, under Bulugan ibn Ziri, they're able to reach an extent stretching from western Morocco all the way to eastern Algeria. So Bulugan has two sons, Al-Mansur and Hamad. Al-Mansur became the next emir of the Maghreb region in the Zirid dynasty, while Hamad formed a completely new dynasty that split off from the Zirids called the Hammadid dynasty. Hamad essentially rebelled against everything that the Zirids were doing, including recognizing the Sunni caliph as opposed to the Shia caliph, and forming relations with the Fatimids after the Zirids fell out with them. Hammadid sovereignty over their region was finally recognized in 1014, and Hamad was recognized as a sultan of what was then the Hammadid Sultanate. So the Zirids ended up spending the majority of their rule fighting against fellow Berbers in Morocco, so they could hold on to the territory near them in that region. So Al-Mansur's son, Badis, put down a rebellion that was actually being led by his great uncle, Zawi. Zawi actually ended up forming a new branch of the Zirid dynasty in Granada, in Spain. During the long reign of Badis' son, Al-Muiz, the Zirids fell further out in relations with the Fatimids, even going so far as to call them heretics, before cozying up to the Abbasids. During his son Tamim's reign, Zirid lost Tunis in modern-day Tunisia and was besieged by Genoese and Pisan soldiers and forced to pay ransom. They began to lose influence, and after a series of descendants eventually collapsed around the year 1148, and their territory was lost to the Almohad Caliphate. But during the decline of the Zirids, the Hammadid Sultanate was actually able to take advantage of this and claim a lot more territory, even reaching their peak of influence and power during that time. So after the successive murders of the third and fourth sultans, who were relatives and descendants of Hamad, eventually Nasir took and held power for a relatively long reign of about 26 years. He was able to control some of the Banu Hilal tribes that were fighting against Zirid at the time, but in 1088, upon his death, this sort of collapses. And again, after a series of several descendants who reigned for short and inconsequential periods of time, the Hammadid Sultanate collapses as well, and that territory again goes to the Almohad Caliphate. So thank you for watching today, and look for another video from Jake the Genealogist soon.